This is Microsoft PowerPoint. And most of these are shows made in PowerPoint. Ollinger Tunes are made in PowerPoint, and I have been posting them to YouTube ever since 2019. However, what very little know is that I've actually been making animations in MS PowerPoint long before that. So today, I'm taking you on a tour of the Wyatt Old Stuff folder. And oh boy, you're in for one wild ride. So the first one of these is just Angry Birds, all lowercase and all one word. And this PowerPoint is literally just images of the Angry Birds characters. That's it. This one's just called Birds, and it's pictures of birds off Google Images. On the bright side, at least they're not angry. What you are about to witness is probably one of the weirdest and most nonsensical things a person could make. In fact, only a high person could probably make something like this. It's just a short animation of a bunch of colorful ovals jumping across the screen. And guess what this PowerPoint is called? Big Brown Hamster. Why? This one's literally just Cookie Monster eating the background. Nothing else. Evolution of Mario. Yep. This is the evolution of Mario, alright. It stops after Mario 64 because apparently I didn't feel like continuing. This one is literally just a collection of Garfield comics. What? And this one is just the sprites from Pokemon Gold and Silver. Okay, now it's story time. Back in 2014, I had a very strange hobby of just copying and pasting the Google Doodles into a PowerPoint, and this is why I have a whole bunch of the World Cup 2014 Google Doodles archived for some reason. As you can see, I have quite a collection of them. Another Mario evolution? Are you serious? But hey, at least this time it actually looks nicer, and it's more of an evolution on pretty much every single Mario game instead of just the evolution of Mario's design, so that's pretty cool. Gotta love how it also covers the more obscure Mario games like this one here. So, remember in the early days of YouTube when Mario sprite animations like this were pretty popular? Of course, I watched those when I was little and was kind of a fan of them. So naturally, I made my own. This is just a collection of, short skits of Mario trying to go through his journey. Like, for example, Mario jumps on a question mark, a mushroom comes out, he chases after the mushroom, and there's two Marios for some reason. And then the mushroom comes back, and then a giant one, not the mega mushroom, just a giant regular mushroom, just shows up for some reason, and it even says hello. Of course, Mario just is scared and runs away. Okay, what is this? Okay, let's see another part of this. So in this one, Mario is running through a castle level, and he's on his way to Bowser. And then he finally sees Bowser, and then a totally in-character Bowser says, "Hi, Mario. Have you come to defeat me?" "Yes, and I'm gonna do it like a man." "Oh, really? Try this on for size." And then Bowser just goes up to the axe and destroys the bridge, and Mario falls into the lava. Yeah. Bowser just says, "Tee-hee-hee." Wow. Thank you, 12-year-old Wyatt. Don't even ask me how this one got into my brain. So, it starts with just Mario going through the level, and then all of a sudden he just starts floating up into the sky. And now he's in Coin Heaven, and now he just goes in here. I'll be much safer in here from floating away. Okay, sure. Apparently the gravity got turned off. This was a series that I worked on for all of 2 minutes called Mr. Fly. It's basically this dude who wears a tie and has wings, and he's just flying over stuff. And then another guy walks in, he tries to go on the bridge, but of course falls. And another one is just he flies above a train. Then the other guy... okay, he's just riding in the train, and now Mr. Fly flies over whatever these are. And then the green guy comes back and they close on him. And apparently there's another animation in this where Mr. Fly just goes into a bag of nachos. He just takes one, and the other guy shows up. He tries going in the bag, but ants carry him out. Okay. Dear Lord, how many of these are there? So now Mr. Fly is just flying over some leaves, and then the unlucky guy is like, huh? And then he jumps on the leaf pile, and yep, they were just covering a hole. Oh, thank goodness. I thought we were going to sit through that forever. Okay, enough of Mr. Fly. This one is just the NBC logo all wrong, and then apparently the letters go in and fix it again, and that's the whole thing. This one is called Nom Nom Nom, and it's literally just Pac-Man gameplay animated in PowerPoint. Fun! This one is just called Pixar, and it's actually a little more coherent because I originally made this for school. So, remember those old science and history fairs that you did back in school? Well, for 1 year, my project was on the history of Pixar, and this is what my draft of the project looked like. And if you're wondering, it does not mention anything after 2013 because, well, that didn't come out yet, obviously. And this PowerPoint is literally just a walkthrough for one of the old islands from Poptropica. And I have another PowerPoint that's also just a bunch of Poptropica walkthroughs. Yeah, I played Poptropica quite a lot, so of course there's a lot of Poptropica related PowerPoints in here. There's actually a whole bunch of PowerPoints in here that I didn't even bother giving names to, and also 12 is missing for some reason, so let's take a look at a few of these ones. One of them is called Presentation 1 Yada Yada Yada, and it's more Poptropica. Presentation 11 is just a nonsensical collection of short animations. I can't really tell you what they're about now, so you're just gonna have to take my word for it and say they were pretty weird. And Presentation 15 is just a map of my own Super Mario Bros. 3 world. Yeah. Presentation 55 is just these random things bouncing around. What even are... What? I gave names to these things? What? I named these little nonsense blobs? Why would I do that? This one is just a short animation of a bunch of cubes running away. Probably because they're sick and tired of early Wyatt's PowerPoint's shenanigans. Tennis ball. Yep. Can't say that the title isn't lying. It's definitely a tennis ball, alright. This one's just called Timeline. So I clicked on it to see what it was, and it's just, the Nickelodeon logo timeline. Ah. I started young, I see. When you're a stupid little kid making PowerPoints, of course there's going to be one called Underpants. And it's literally just a short animation of Thomas the Tank Engine losing his paint layers until he's down to his underwear. Yes, this was actually my humor back then. This is just an image of the island from Wii Sports Resort, which is fittingly called Woohoo. So, you thought the sprites from Gold and Silver weren't enough? Try the sprites from Pokemon Yellow! One animation I had was called Tip, and it was just a rectangle tipping over. Probably one of the less cringe animations in here is called Teeny Little Buggy, and it's literally just a dot hopping up a staircase, and it takes him 83 slides to reach the top. You think Wyatt's house party is bad? Well, let me introduce you to Blob in My Room, a series that I did all the way back in 2014. Oh lord, I did a whole series of this. So basically the plot is this kid wakes up and apparently thinks that there was a blob in his bedroom, and then he rushes down to tell his family about it, and then the parents are just like, let's go get this blob, and then they're just driving away. But apparently his sister's like, yeah, there was no blob. And they're just driving along, chit-chatting, and then they find the blob, and then the dad jumps out of the car and grabs it. And what do they do with the blob again? I actually forget. What did they do with the blob? Oh yeah, they just trap him in the basement forever. And I apparently made 6 episodes out of this. And I don't know why. Every episode is just the same thing over and over. They just catch a blob, and then they just trap the blob in the basement forever. Ah, perfect one to end things off. My Angry Birds levels. Where basically, for a while, I thought it'd be cool to make some of my own custom Angry Birds levels, and this is what they look like. I apparently only ever made 7.5, because this is the last slide. So yeah, that was a nice trip down memory lane. In fact, even back then, I thought some of the PowerPoints I made were so bad that I ended up throwing them in the recycle bin. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm glad I've come a long way since 2012, and I was probably on crack back then, but then again, I was young and stupid, and those PowerPoints were made almost more than 10 years ago at this point. And as always, I'm Wyatt Olinger, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.